we think that this happens a lot. We've had splits. We've had people leave over the last, 20 years of doing this. And so what'll happen is some people will leave. Of course, people get excited when people come, but then when people leave, they think, oh, something must have happened. There must be something wrong here. People are leaving. Well, yeah, people always come and go. Do you not remember even Yeshua himself is talking and the people decided to no longer walk with him? The Messiah. And as far as, well, it's because you're a bad leader. Really? I'm a bad leader is the reason they're all leaving. Maybe yes, maybe no, but is that the only reason? Let's understand that there's a thing called the millennium. This is the inspiration I had this morning. What's the millennium? 1,000-year reign of Messiah, sitting on the throne in Jerusalem, ruling and reigning. What happens at the end of the 1,000 years? Hasatan is released. And then what happens with all these wonderful people under the best leader the universe has ever had? A whole bunch of them leave him to go follow Hasatan. So clearly it's the leader's fault. The leader's the excuse. It's like all of you that are struggling in your life, like financially and all these other things, well, it's my parents' fault. No, it's I was born in the wrong town. No, it's the government's fault. It's the president's fault. No. You could make different decisions and be different, but yet these people in the millennium are going to use whatever excuse, and of course they're going to point to Yeshua and blame him, to go the other way. That's why they end up doing battle against him. These are people that are not like us with an invisible Messiah, with an invisible Elohim. He's going to literally be there with his rod of iron. That's why he needs a rod of iron, by the way, because some of you need a smack in the head. Or other places too. Okay? It's the human condition. If you're expecting the person to be perfect and think that that's going to make the difference, Yeshua is perfect and it didn't make a difference. Didn't make a difference when he walked here in the flesh, won't make a difference in the millennium because he tells us it won't make a difference in the millennium. But if you're expecting a human being to be perfect, why would you do that? It never says here that these guys were chosen for the fivefold because of how perfect they are. Does it? No. And so we have to be really careful because otherwise we could end up in the leading astray. There's a lot of people out there right now that think that they're getting this confused. They don't understand their book. Nowhere does it say that we are going to gather everybody and somehow we're going to sing Kumbaya in one giant unity before Yeshua gets here. It doesn't say that anywhere. But yet, this happens on a regular cycle. I saw this back in the late 90s, saw it again now, where in the Hebrew it's Messianic, whatever you want to call those, trying to keep Torah and believe in Messiah. Those people somehow think that we have to widen open the doors so that more people can come together because somehow they're getting a mainstream church mentality about volume and numbers being important. The only numbers that are important are the ones that Yahweh has in his mind that he wants and needs for what he wants to do next. And that's his problem, not yours. And that's why he isn't here yet. He's patient. And he's waiting for the whomsoever wills, not the whomsoever will try it out for a little while and then make a different decision. But whomsoever will covenant and stay with it. Oh, but because a lot of you tell me about the problem you have with your last rabbi, your last pastor, your last this, your last that, and the 15 other churches you went to. And no surprise, you have a problem with me too. And you know what? If I wasn't here and Billy was up here every week or Rabbi Tom was up here every week, you'd have a problem with them. Because the person in front of the mic is not the problem. I know you want them to be. It's easier that way. It's much easier if I'm the problem. It makes things so much more simple. But see, this teaching is trying to help you understand that you are primarily responsible for all aspects of your life. And nobody outside of that is responsible or the problem. If they are a challenge to you, you can make decisions about that, but don't blame them. Don't make them an excuse. Israel was supposed to, Well, let me rephrase that. Judah, when they were taken to Babylon, they were supposed to, in that terrible, challenging place of paganism and everything else, they were supposed to learn things while there. They were told, don't fight Babylon, go with them when they come. And learn from this. And those who embraced that reality did well. The others did not. So you got to ask the question, am I where I'm supposed to be? Is this the teacher I'm supposed to be listening to? You know, even Paul, you saw, had a challenge when people started getting into this. I'm of Apollos, I'm of Paul, I'm of this one, I'm of that one, and it was causing division. You know, we might need to do a reset on the unity and division teaching. I've already reset it twice, but it's a teaching that needs to be done. You guys need to just go back and listen to it. Why do we have unity and division problems? Because of us. We are the problem. It's like look in the mirror and say, I've seen the enemy and it's me. You have different choices on how you handle things.